The Walk is directed by Robert Zemeckis and stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt as French Wire Walker. God, that's a fucking mouthful. Philip Petit, who assembles a group of young people to help him realize his dream to high-wire walk between the World Trade Center towers in 1974, as they're still under construction. And basically, there's a movie I remember this from. It's like Ocean's 11 meets, I want to say, The Italian Job. This movie is downright fucking amazing. It is downright a shot-for-shot creation of the documentary Man on the Wire. A shot-for-shot recreation. Now, usually a shot-for-shot movie means that people are running out of ideas. But for a documentary type film, I didn't mind it. There's only a couple of things they left out from the documentary. Just a few things they left out from the documentary that kept it from reaching its full potential when it should have. Which is why the grade is slightly different than the Man on the Wire documentary. But I love the acting in this movie. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, man, he's Philip Petit, goddammit. I like the assemblage of characters they put together in this movie, and I'm so glad they made this into a fun comedy. This is probably the best unintentional comedy of 2015, because I didn't expect it to be this damn funny. I expected it to be serious and just nail-biting. Don't get me wrong, that shit is fucking nail-biting. Especially in IMAX 3D. Holy shit, my feet were getting cold. Woo! My lady also kind of tripped out a little bit too. And I'm like, babe, he's not even on the wire yet. He's only on the steel beam of the World Trade Center. She's already having a heart attack. So, that stuff does work, man. That shit fucking works. And I like one of the characters in here, because two of them are like stoners. That is the most hilarious thing ever. Because not only are they stoners, they make sure they gave them the words, man, hey man, we're gonna get caught, man. Every other sentence, he ends the word with man. It is the most funniest shit I have ever seen. I am so glad they added that person. I am so glad that is a real person. That is fucking crazy. Because after actually seeing the walk first, I was like, okay, most of this shit cannot be real. Then I went home and watched Man on the Wire. The shit is real as fuck. They actually did everything that was done in this movie. The only thing they left out mainly was the Sydney, Australia high wire walk act that he did. They should have put that in there. That was awesome too. I was like, what? What? But once they get to the World Trade Center, yeah, shit gets real. And speaking of real, CGI looks real as fuck. Oh my god. The Twin Towers have never looked this damn good in CG. Oh my good god, it looked better than it did in World Trade Center. Jesus Christ. On a $35 million budget, I would never expect New York City to look that damn good. I'm not talking about the city that they were actually in. I'm talking about from Joseph Gordon-Levitt's point of view, because he is narrating the entire movie. And throughout the movie, the World Trade Center is constantly in his background. I love that. I loved how they actually made the World Trade Center the background for him as he's narrating this movie. Because that's what it's all about. It's about the Twin Towers, baby. That's what it's all about. And that's basically what this movie is amount to, besides being the story of Philip Petit. And it's also the love letter of the World Trade Center. And it kind of makes me kind of sad. This might be the last time in a movie that we will see the World Trade Center look like this. Since the new one is now up and built, so now we will be seeing the new ones. But seeing the main two iconic ones, probably for the last time ever in film history, it's not a bad way to see them. It is not a bad way to see them at all. Especially when they finally get completed in the film, and I just love the way the film ends on the World Trade Center, just the way it does, and it so slowly fades to black while the buildings are shining in the background. That hits home for me because I love New York City. I grew up watching everything with New York City. Most, if not all, my movies are set in New York City. New York City is like my second home. I don't even live there. So, I know a lot about the World Trade Center. I know a lot about the Empire State Building. I know a lot about the Statue of Liberty. I know a lot about the World Trade Center bombing. And I damn sure know a lot about the attack on 9/11. So, New York is my goal. That is my bucket list. To either visit them, which I will be doing, or somehow live there, even though shit is high as a fucking kite. But man, this movie makes me want to live there even more. And it's awesome. It's fucking a cinematic masterpiece. If you have not seen The Walk yet in IMAX 3D, do yourself a favor. Watch it at IMAX 3D. I got the last showing in IMAX 3D last night because Crimson Peak has now taken over the IMAX spot at our theater, but we had one more showing of The Walk in IMAX, and we got it, and it was amazing. I don't really recommend IMAX 3D unless it's worth it. It is damn sure worth it for this movie. I'm going to give The Walk an A, simply because it's not the complete documentary that The Man on the Wire was. If it had everything else from that documentary in this movie, you'd be looking at an A+ all around for both of these these type of scenarios, with the documentary and the movie alone. Goddamn, what a great movie. Let me know what you guys think about The Walk down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you like both Man on the Wire and The Walk, or do you have a personal favorite? Me, I gotta go with The Walk slightly more. Probably because I seen it first and then Man on the Wire. I want to say both though, but that's never the case. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one.